So for part 1 of learning the Xtreme Figure-8, you have to get used to turning in the shape of an 8 on the circle using 2 feet. See how I'm leaning my shoulders and my hip. As you can see, I'm putting my hands on my hip to notate that you should put your weight and your hip into the direction of the turn. In this second part, you want to go faster and you want to whip your head in the direction of the turn, as you see here. But that must also be met with the leaning of your shoulder. See how I am leaning and I'm guiding that with my hip. See how I am digging in with my heel. At the same time, I'm leaning in the direction of my turn and guiding that with my hip. And I'm also whipping my head, as you just saw. This helps to take the turn faster. So now you want to get used to doing other techniques. You could do eagle turns, you could do double-footed backwards turns, all while perhaps doing some kind of pivot or 360 and then switching them up. You can see here I'm using my hands to make circular movements in the ice. So in slow motion, I am using eagle turns and I'm using my hands and my hip to guide the direction of my turn. And I'm pushing on my feet as well. You can see I'm pushing. So I'm doing like a swivel back and forth a little bit with my hips, and I'm pushing on both feet. So this next part here is to go back to the basics and begin to figure out your balance just going down the line. So going in almost in a straight line, like straight line footwork. And you're practicing your edges here. So now I'm doing this a little faster. I am doing like a fast zigzag back and forth, and I'm digging my heels into the ice. And I'm getting used to the feeling my shoulders and my hips aligned. Now for slow motion, you can see here how I am using my arms and my upper body to take these turns, but I'm also trying to visualize the feeling of the actual back and forth motion. So I'm taking almost little jabs at the ice, and you can see here as I get into this, jab with one foot, jab with the other foot. And you can see how my arms are using this back and forth motion to assist me in these turns or jabs. And you can get creative with this. You can try many different things, different speeds and different variations into which you are putting your feet back and forth. But the whole notion or idea here is to get used to your edges or quick directional turns, as if you were going to be doing figure eights. And finally, this last section here is to help you out in case you are having problems maintaining any kind of turn. So back to the basics, you can see I'm pointing to my heel. This is the starting point, and you can see I'm also pointing to my shoulder. So you want to lean your shoulder and dig your heel into the turn. And this is going to greatly assist you in both your hawk turns, your two-footed turns, and namely any kind of turn where you want to make a sharp turn. And you can see how I just did like a back and forth motion with my shoulders, my arms. So you want to experiment with your body and get the feeling of turning. See here I'm pointing to my head because you want to, again, whip your head. Where your head is and where you look is where your body will go. See how I'm using my head, I'm going like this, I'm pointing in that direction that I want to turn my head. And also, I am using my heel to dig in, and I'm using my shoulders to go in that direction. So I'm dipping my shoulders. And experiment with this as much as you can. You can see how I am doing almost like a jab back and forth with my shoulders. Now I'm beginning to lift up my feet on the turn, which is leading into the actual movement of doing an extreme figure 8, which you just saw on that last bit. And this is what I was referring to, and this will be part 2 of the tutorial, and you'll be taking figure 8 turns as you see here.